All right, so little wrap up for her first week thing. Really been working to help her understand a marker system. So a marker is a cue or word that marks a specific moment in time. Nope. Good. That I like something that she does, and then it's going to announce the arrival of food. So right now, or previously, those words don't necessarily really mean anything. We have to create an association. So every time this word happens, food is presented, food is given, a reward is given. Each marker has a different, what are you doing? A different meaning as far as expectation within behavior. But I use markers to, again, to bridge that gap between behavior that I like and arrival of food. And then to help neutralize other things happening around her. So if I tell her to sit and I move away, I don't want her following me. I want her to understand that she's not going to get anything from me until she hears some form of a marker. She has really come out of her shell. She's very social. I think a lot of her vocalizations are a product of being over social. So she's just kind of, I see something, I'm telling you about it. That's kind of her mentality. So I've been trying to do a little bit of, there's kibble behind me, so she really wants it. That's what she's doing right now. I've really been trying to help her understand, or should be counter condition when she sees something that is potentially going to be a trigger, like the doodle behind us, that I'm going to create a different association. She sees it, as soon as she sees it, I mark with that yes, and then have her come take food from me. So it's not a good thing, it's not a bad thing. I want to create it, I want to make a neutral response to it, and the good stuff comes from me as her handler. So over time, I want that to be every time she looks at something, she gets something from me, to the point where she's expecting that, she looks at something, is expecting something from me, turn around, and then I can mark the moment that she looks back at me. I don't necessarily want to punish or correct her showing interest in things, because then that will create its own set of conflict. But I do want to give her an alternative viewpoint of them. So I'm not paying attention right now. I'm talking to the camera, so I'm missing a couple of moments here. She's really just barking at Miss Lucy over here. I don't know if she's, and I'm kind of blind, I don't know if she's in the shot over there. Good. But I want to say, like, hey, like, those things are there, but the good stuff comes for me. And then later down the road, when she gets overstimulated, we can do a little bit of corrections and things like that. Creating better habits. She's kind of a pushy dog. She's a lot of the demand barking, I'm going to ignore. I can say, no, I'm not going to give into it by giving her attention and affection or fussing at her. I want it just to apply a little bit of a pressure source, saying that's not going to get anything from me other than a discomfort. So to show her, like, you can't just yell at me to get things from me. Good. She's quiet. Now I can say good. She said, please feed me, Miss Brittany. Good girl. We've been working on a little bit of healing. Good. So I want her to, like right now we're still doing a lot of luring. Good. I'm trying to fade the lure without prompting me jumping up or anything like that. And then good. Understanding. Good. Leash pressure. Good. How to respond to it by moving into it instead of like driving away. So right here. Good. Very nice. Good job. Sit. Good. So back to the markers. The different markers that she has, we have yes, good, okay, and no. Okay. Yes means I like what you did, come take something from me. So again, like if she's looking at something or if she pays attention to me, I'm going to say yes. Mark that moment and she can come take food from me. She can be done with behavior, yes. All she has to do is come take food from me. I like to incorporate a lot of movement, make it fun, she's something that she has to chase instead of just smashing food into her face. Good. Versus good, that means I'm bringing reinforcement to her. I want this to be a duration marker, meaning when I tell you to do a behavior, Poppy, sit, good, that's going to mean you're going to be here for a second. Good, and I can gradually, through reinforcement, keep her in behavior until I give her a release word, which is okay. That means that she can be, okay, she can be done with behavior. If I tell her to do something and she comes out of behavior prematurely, I'll just say nope, and then use a little bit of leash pressure to put her back into behavior. So I want to make sure that I'm interrupting going out of behavior, and I also want to make sure that I'm releasing her out of out of behavior. Otherwise, asking her to stay in behavior is not very clear. So, good girl. Puppy, come. Good. Out. Yeah, good girl. Working on her down. I see that she knows how to roll over. I like that trick, but I also want her to understand that what down means is not always rollover. So if you don't care about a down and you like the rolling over stuff, just let me know to email and I won't like try to fine tune it. But every time I put her in a down, she's like rolls over. So it's really cute. But I don't know if you want her to have like a nice, hey, down means this, and then roll over is something totally different that you only do if I say roll over or whatever. I don't even know if rollovers are cute because every time I put her into a down, she just starts gait rolling. So it's very adorable. You're very cute. Yeah. We're doing, take two. Most everything has been here in the training room. The past couple of days, we've been starting to venture out around the neighborhood. I want to gradually add in distractions and not flood her. And I want to work in an environment where there's not a lot of, except for maybe a kibble on the ground that she really needs, there's not a lot of competing motivators. I'm setting her up for success. She's willing to pay attention to me because there's not a lot of things happening around. And then I want to introduce gradually new things that she has to pay attention to me through and not check out from me and want to go be a part of everything else. So I hope that makes sense. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Yada, yada, yada. Great. Yeah. All right.